This story is called A Present for Rosie. Rosie and Rory were the unlikeliest of friends. They were as different as the sun and the rain. Rosie was dainty and delicate, while Rory was big and burly, but they both loved to explore and discover. And because they were different, they could explore further and discover more. Rosie showed Rory things that only a bird would know about, like the big white flowers that blossomed above the trees. And Rory showed Rosie what things that only a bear would know about, like the bright blue beetles that lived beneath the rocks. When Rory was bored, Rosie could always find something to interest him. And when Rosie was sad, Rory could always find something to cheer her up. One sunny afternoon, Rosie found Rory dozing in his cave. "Rory, come quickly," she said. "What is it?" asked Rory. "Come and you'll see," said Rosie. Rosie led Rory to the big rock that towered above the forest. "It's too high for me to climb," said Rory, shaking his head. "I can't come with you." "Yes, you can," said Rosie. "I'll show you." And she guided Rory up around the rock until he reached the very top. "You're just in time," said Rosie, landing on Rory's shoulder. "Look." Far, far away in the west, the sun was setting, filling the sky with extraordinary colours. It was the most beautiful thing Rory had ever seen. Rory wanted to find something just as wonderful to show to Rosie. Over the next few days, he wandered all over the forest, searching day and night for just the right thing. As the days turned into weeks, Rory kept on searching, but nothing was as beautiful as the sunset on the big rock. Rory often climbed to the top of the big rock now that Rosie had shown him the way. He was there early one sunny morning, when it began to rain. He was about to leave when he saw something extraordinary. It was not a sunset, but it was just as wonderful. "This is it," he thought. "This is what I should show Rosie." "Rosie, come quickly," called Rory, shaking Rosie's tree gently. "What is it?" asked Rosie. "Come and you'll see," said Rory. But Rosie did not want to come. She did not know why Rory had been away for so long, and while he was gone, she'd grown very sad and lonely. "It's raining," said Rosie, "and I don't feel like going out today." Rory was worried that if Rosie didn't come soon, it would be too late. "Come on, Rosie," he said, and he shook the tree so hard that Rosie fell out of her nest. Rosie landed with a thump on the forest floor. She was not hurt, but she was very upset. Rory was also upset. "I'm sorry," he said. He tried to pick up Rosie, but she flew away without saying a word. And so Rosie and Rory stopped exploring together. Rosie kept to the treetops, and if she saw Rory in the forest below her, she turned around and flew another way. Then one afternoon, Rosie flew to the big rock and saw Rory sitting there on his own. And although she was still sad, she realised how much she missed him. So instead of turning around, she landed by his side. "It looks like it will rain," said Rosie quietly. Rory had been feeling sad too, but his face lit up when he saw Rosie. "I know," he said. "You're just in time." "In time for what?" asked Rosie. "Stay and you'll see," said Rory. So Rosie stayed. And when it started to rain, she saw. "This is what I wanted to show you," said Rory. "It only happens when the sun and the rain are together," he explained. Rosie and Rory were the unlikeliest of friends. They were as different as the sun and the rain. But sometimes, when the sun and the rain are together, they make something wonderful. Let's look at that pretty rainbow. The end.